This is the story of the Roi Mine in Rossland, British Columbia. This mine is not far from where the lost Doukhobors ledge is supposedly hidden. In fact, the two young men who seen the ledge were from the town of Rossland. You will see a link about that hidden ledge at the end of the video, but I'll also leave a link in the description box below. The Roi Mine was first discovered by prospectors from the nearby Dewdney Trail. This is the mine that started the gold rush in Rossland in 1890. Colonel Topping bought the claims for $12.50 in a recording fee. He later sold it to a U.S. corporation for $30,000. A short time later, those owners sold it to the British American company for just over $3 million. Once the mine was producing, the stock jumped from 50 cents a share to $40 almost overnight. Population of Rossland skyrocketed as gold fever attracted men from around the world, and Rossland became one of the largest cities in Western Canada. When a wagon road was built to Trail Creek Landing in 1893 and close to 2,000 mining properties had been staked in the area, by the end of 1895, things really began to start booming. The mines were worked for the next 40-odd years. By 1897, the population had increased to 7,000, with over 40 saloons, 4 banks, and 17 law firms. Rossland is BC's second-largest gold-producing camp in history, with over 3 million ounces of gold and 3.5 million ounces of silver produced between 1899 and 1928. All this gold and silver came from the Leroy and Center Star mine, along with a few other area mines. Soon a smelter was built in the valley below, and a town was built around that smelter. That town today is the town of Trail. The mines and smelter were amalgamated in 1906 to form the company now known as Cominco. The Leroy deposit was part of a main vein system which consisted of a series of narrow pay channels. Between 1889 and 1917, 1.8 million tons of ore were mined from the Leroy deposit, from which was recovered 750,000 ounces of gold, 12 million ounces silver, and over 45 million pounds of copper. As production declined at the mine, so did the town's prosperity. In 1922, the railways were pulled up, and before the end of the decade, the business district in Rossland was hit with 2 major fires. By 1930, the population had dropped to 3,000. However, with the Cominco operation at Trail, as well as the arrival of a modern highway system, Rossland seemed destined to become a residential city. The Leroy gold mine consisted of 80 miles of underground workings, and its ore averaged a half ounce of gold per ton and 0.6 of an ounce silver per ton. The copper had a grade of 1%. The mine shut down in 1929, and after 40 years in operation, had a combined output nearing $165 million. I hope you enjoyed this short story about the Roi Mine. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more old lost mine stories, and be sure to watch the lost Doukhobors ledge coming up next.